What we're going to do now is going to write polynomial functions of least degree with the following zeros and that has a leading coefficient of 1. So in number 1, we have 1, negative 3, and 4. And this is very easy because if the root is 1, that means that the factor was x minus 1. If the root is negative 3, then that means that the factor was x plus 3. And if the root is 4, then that means that the factor was x minus 4. And this would be the answer for that one. Number 2 says 2, 2, negative 1, and 0. Well, the fact that they are the same means that their factor was x minus 2, and it's squared because it has a multiplicity of 2. It appears twice. The negative 1 came from an x plus 1, and the 0 came from a regular x. So that would be the answer. Number 3 is 4, and then plus or minus 2i. The 4 came from an x minus 4, and the plus or minus 2, if x is equal to plus or minus 2i, and we square both sides, you get x squared equals 4i squared. But I squared is a negative 1, so you get negative 4. And so we want to have a 0 on the right, so we're going to add 4. So now we have x squared plus 4 equals 0. So the plus or minus 2i came from an x squared plus 4. So that would be that answer. Number 4 says 3, 3, 3, 0 plus or minus 3i. Alright. The 3 came from an x minus 3, and it's 3 times. Right? The 0 came from an x, and the plus or minus 3i came from an x squared plus 9. Right? Just remember the plus or minus 2i. The 2 came from a plus 4, so the plus or minus 3i comes from a plus 9. And this would be the answer. Number 5 is negative 4 3 times, a 0, a 1, and a plus or minus 5i. Alright, let's see. The negative 4 came from an x plus 4, and it appears 3 times. The 0 came from a regular x. The 1 came from an x minus 1. And the plus or minus 5 came from x squared plus 25. There you go. And that's how you write polynomial functions from zeros.